welcome to 52 Beers to Oman, your daily wrap-up and preview show of the ICC 2020 World Cup from Oman and Dubai. I am Kieran Beefy Blake, the world's biggest sports fan. Yeah, world record. You get a world record for that. And the umpire strikes back. Cricket Victoria's own Bharath Rao. Bharath, how you going, buddy?
Good, thanks, Beefy. How are you?
Not too bad at all, to be honest. Well, we're finally underway in, the main event of the 2020 World Cup. How did you see last night going?
Yeah, I got one wrong. I thought South Africa would win against Australia. They nearly did. It came down to the last over and a few balls, but Stoinis was good enough to get them over the line.
I mean, I thought Australia stuffed it up, to be honest, when they were chasing. Obviously, South Africa crumbled early doors and did well to get to 118 in the end. But when Steve Smith got out and then they really, really struggled, like you say, it wasn't until Stoinis came in and got them over the line, really, that they managed to even see the finish line. But I think, who's the South African captain, Bavuma?
Timber.
Yeah, I think he just messed up his bowling order. Pretoria should have probably bowled a bit early. He shouldn't have bowled the last one. That's only my opinion, to be honest.
If he had held back Anrich or Rabada, with their pace, it would have been a bit more harder to get away, and their accuracy.
Oh, look, wickets would have won him the game, so I think he was just trying to get some wickets, but I think his naivety as a captain probably shone through a little bit. But good win for the Aussies, to be honest. They got over the line when they were up against it, so that puts them in good stead. But we've talked about this before. The Saffers aren't exactly in great form.
No, they aren't. And we spoke about Hazelwood as well, probably being a bit of a difference, and he was yesterday.
Man of the match, as you can see. Now, moving quickly on to the other game, we don't have to talk about this much. We highlighted one of the warm-up games where they got beat by 60 or 70 runs to Afghanistan. The West Indies look abysmal.
If someone had told Moeen Ali that he'd be bowling 4 on the trot, 2 for 17, even he wouldn't have believed it.
How harsh is the player of the match deal when you get 4 for 2 and man of the match goes to somebody who got 2 for 17? That's a bit harsh on Adil Rashid.
Yeah, Rashid probably the best white ball spinner, or one of the best white ball spinners in the world, alongside Rashid Khan. I think it went to Moeen because Moeen started them off in the right way. He came on during the power plays and put them on the back foot straight away.
The West Indies just looked all at sea, threw the wickets away, and batting 14 overs in a 2020 game is not going to win you games ever. But even England, 4 wickets chasing 56. I mean, that really is a bit of a flag against them going further in this tournament as well.
True. They aren't in great form either. Butler ended up opening the innings, which I was a bit surprised, along with Jason Roy.
Yeah, well,
I thought they might have gone with Barrister.
We kind of discussed this with the Aussies yesterday as well, didn't we? About opening, and they have got an embarrassment of riches, really, England, about who can open, who can bat. I mean, even Moeen Ali was scheduled to come in at 7. I mean, he's been batting 3 and 4 in the IPL. So really, any one from 7 could actually open the batting, to be honest.
True. David Malan as well. Morgan himself could
Malan didn't even bat, which was a bit interesting. Yeah, I mean, like I said, they can name anyone from 7 really to open the batting. So they'll get a bit better of a test next time out. I'll just pick up some highlights from last night. This is a couple of things that intrigued me last night. This is the seating on the hill in Dubai. Now, they are taking social distancing to the nth degree. So you've got to stay in your little pen. And then a little dog comes out when you want to go to the toilet, and he guides you through the gates to get to the toilet. I'm joking.
Oh, wow.
But it just reminded me about sheepdogs and sheep and getting them penned.
That's what I was thinking of as soon as I saw those pens. That's how they rounded up.
It just looks so funny.
What's that meant to achieve?
Social distancing, I think. I think that's the ultimate. You're not allowed to mingle, Bharath. You just can't get in anyone's grill. The next thing I found quite interesting was this. What is that Maxwell doing? That is awful.
I don't know. That wouldn't have flown in Bangalore with the Royal Challengers. It could be because of the heat, but better off shaving it off completely if that's the case.
I think Adam Zampa's had a go at his own as well, because Adam Zampa, I don't know what he's done to his hair. I should have kept a picture of that, but yeah, Glenn Maxwell, it doesn't suit Glenn at all. That's
bad version of Gareth Bale's hairstyle, almost.
Very bad version. Now here's Bavuma. He's got 3 hats and 3 pairs of sunglasses, and if you look behind him, he's got another hat tucked in his pants. I mean, just take the hats off the field. You don't need 4 hats and 3 pairs of sunglasses. That's just crazy. No wonder they lost.
Too much extra weight.
Exactly. He's only a little fella as well. What else have I got? Oh, this is. If you haven't seen how Quentin de Kock got out, this is it. This is just unbelievable.
This is not the way one would imagine getting out.
He just clearly didn't know where the ball was. I think he felt it on his bat, and then he felt it on the body, and then he just had no idea where it was. But that is the worst way to get out possible. And the fact that you just watched it go onto the stumps and there's nothing you can do. Unbelievable. What else have I got here? I think we've got some highlights, and mate, we've seen some good catches. The Papua New Guinea guy was my catch of the tournament, but last night, unbelievable. The catching's gone to another level.
Can't go there again. He's so good there. Smith, oh, you're joking. Thought it was a 4, but Markram has got a cape on here. Oh, that is a catch and a half.
How's this for a catch? Aiden Markram moving like Usain Bolt on the boundary and then diving like Superman.
Yeah! Oh, he's gone right through him. Well. This is a new serial in town. It's called Search for the Fielder.
Catch it.
The shout of catch it. It is catch it. This is Kyron Pollard.
Yeah.
He's certainly not today because he's picked up another wicket. How good has Adil Rashid been? 4 for 2.
In the air.
Oh, what a grab. What a grab from Hussain, diving to his left. Quite brilliant.
Yeah, absolutely. 2 unbelievable catches. Markram, the one thing about Markram's catch was after he caught it, the distance he slid along the turf was unbelievable. He went about 15 metres.
It was almost one of those soap slide sort of things.
Yeah, that's right. Slip and slide. It was. He just kept going. But that catch, Shaquille Hussain, I saw that live last night, and that was an absolute cracker. The reaction was just so quick, and to grab it like that was fantastic.
With South Africa, though, even though the batting wasn't that great, the feeling was just world class. Kept them in throughout the contest. Really one of the best.
In all fairness, they bowled quite well as well between overs, 9 and 15. They bowled really well to get the Aussies back and peg them back. But yeah, just those last 3 were a bit of a struggle. We've said it before. If you have good days, you're going to win. And if you just go to sleep for a couple of overs, games are going to get away from you. Yeah, that's what we saw last night. What do we see? Here's the group table. Not a lot to show. But the reason I'm bringing the group up is England's net run rate already, 3.97 in the positive. Yep. And that's almost worth an extra point in the table.
True. It's paying off with the odds. Now we know why they were at those odds.
So
have they changed?
I'm glad you asked, Bharath, because here they are. So England have firmed into $1.72 to win the group. So the Aussies come in a little bit. West Indies have ballooned right out, as have South Africa. Bangladesh, Sri Lanka still 21-1 to win the group. Now, strangely enough, India, without even playing a game to win the group, have come in a little bit. They were at $1.75 to win the group, and all of a sudden they're at $1.57. So the odds on tonight's game, because I know you're excited for this, India $1.45 to win, Pakistan $2.75, and quite a key game, and it's going to be an interesting one to watch. Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, $1.71 as opposed to Bangladesh, $2.15. The odds on the top tournament run scorer still Shakib Al Hasan is favourite in both. But so tonight, how are you seeing the 2 games, fella?
I think it's going to be Sri Lanka and India. No, there's too much reliance on Shakib Al Hasan coming good for Bangladesh to win. India, I feel, have too much firepower for Pakistan.
The only thing I could say about Bangladesh is they've had a couple of games in actual match conditions already to qualify to the group. So it may be really, really close. Sri Lanka have had a couple of good wins. Oh no, they played in the qualifying group as well, didn't they? So what
They
am I
did.
talking about? I know nothing. I know nothing. Yeah, Sri Lanka. I'm going with you, fella. And can Pakistan do it? I think India will have enough. I really do. I think they'll have enough to do Pakistan tonight.
They'll have to make history. They've never beaten India in the World Cup. I just don't
really?
see it happening tonight.
Okay. Now, outright winners, even without playing, although their main rivals have, India have come in from $4.25 to $2.80 to win the whole thing. That is ridiculous money. That is less than 2-1 to win the whole thing. Now, I can't see how that is attracting money. That's just amazing.
West Indies are now at 12.
12, they've gone out. South Africa have gone out to 15 a little bit. Now, here's the interesting stuff. Afghanistan, they were $67 to win the whole thing. They are now $31. I reckon people are listening to this show, Bharath, because we've been talking them up. All of a sudden, there's been money for them.
It'll come down. It'll come further down as well as the tournament progresses.
Yeah, as soon as they get the first game out the way. But they've over half their odds in the space of one night without even playing. So I think there's too many people watching this show, fella. I really do, because we're on them. Like I said, I genuinely think they will get to the semi-finals. I really do. I think they will get through this group. I
won't be surprised at all.
So what have we got? We've had a bit of fun with some of the songs we've seen so far, talking about Bangladesh and what they did earlier this year. This is the celebrations of these guys when they beat Australia at home earlier this year.
One, two, three.
Fair to say they enjoyed beating Australia earlier this year, and why wouldn't you?
They did. Conflicting emotions when they win, it's like that. When they lose, it's the exact opposite.
Right. Yeah.
I wouldn't want to be part of the cleanup staff after they win.
Yeah, I was going to say. I think one guy had a kitchen sink in there he was banging. I don't know where that came from. So moving on to tonight's games, like we said, we've got Bangladesh versus Sri Lanka. We may see some of those celebrations again a bit later on. That game is in Sharjah, kicks off in about an hour. And then at 1 a.m. Melbourne time, the big one for you boys, India versus Pakistan. There will be billions of people watching in India on TV and in Pakistan, obviously. Looking ahead to tomorrow's games, Afghanistan, Scotland, South Africa, West Indies. I am looking forward to these two games tonight because I think Bangladesh versus Sri Lanka will go down to the wire. Yeah, India, Pakistan, it's two old rivals. They hate, well, I'm not going to say hate, that's a harsh word. They don't like playing each other. Put it that way.
They like playing, they just don't like losing to each other.
Better, I like that. That's a lot better way of putting it. That is for sure. All right, mate. Well, I'm going to let you get off and tune in to Bangladesh, Sri Lanka. We will be back on 52 Beers to Oman, same time, same place tomorrow. Bharath, thanks, mate. I know you're going to have a late night.
Cheers, Beefy. I will be up.
No worries.
See ya.
I say